everybody. Welcome to semi-finals day. Congratulations to the players that have made it this far. Thanks for everyone that's coming out to support the participants. I'd just like to introduce firstly who we've got playing today. On table 4, semi-finals of the Masters. From South Australia, Alec Barnett. From Queensland, Mark Bradley. On table 5, from Western Australia, Grant Weekly. Tasmania, Neil Kelly. On table 3, women's semi-final. From Victoria, Bobby Joe Quinn. From South Australia, Lyndall Vine. In the open singles semi-final, on table 1, defending champion from Victoria, Ben Nunan. And from New South Wales, Justin Sajich. On table 2, from Western Australia, Luke Foster. And his opponent from Queensland, Andy Barnett. And the other ladies semi-final. I've got to get the writing in front of me. Okay.
Take a deep breath.
From Western Australia, Holly Alawa. And from Victoria, Isabella De Giorgio. Congratulations everyone for making it this far. The Australian singles semi-finals, all the very best. Umpires take control, and good luck everybody.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to day 7. Or is it day 8? I think it's day 8. Day 8 of the 37th Australian 8-ball Championships. We are in the morning session. We have the singles semi-finals. We are watching Luke Foster from WA versus Andy Barnett from Queensland. The defending champion Ben Nunan versus Justice Sajich from New South Wales. Race to 9 for the open. On table 2, which is on the left of the screen, Barney is on the lag and will break first. On table 1, Ben and Justin. Ben, we haven't started yet. Ben's taken a toilet break already. He's just locked up for a lag. Justin's won the lag and will break first in another sitting. Barney's come up drawing his first opportunity to Luke. Bit of a cluster top right of the table, also a bit of a cluster in the centre of yellows. Not many transition balls for the top right corner. Sort of a bit of a tough set to begin with. Probably would want a little bit of extra pocket control, just so the bottom right of the table can be sort of organised out and made in a better position. I would suggest he'd be looking at a red, purely because they're the more open of point. Justin's made a great break here. A little bit unlucky with the white. Black has just sat over the pocket. Probably focus more in 5 balls off the rake, yes, correct. Probably focus more on the Ben Nunan Justin Sajich match, considering Ben is the defending champion. But we'll definitely be keeping a keen eye on the other semi-final.
Hey Lee, come on.
Justin last night played in the final of the plate against Mark Robertson in a very entertaining final. Came back from quite a deficit to get close, but just fell short. Ben made it to the quarters. Was it quarters or the semis? So it was the semis. Was knocked out by Mark. Ben's on reds here. After Justin drew the ball on the top rail, but doesn't really have an easy start. Might just be on the bottom right red. The only issue are the reds in the top right corner. He wants a bit of an angle, possibly. He's lining up for the one in the centre, sort of centre table. Possibly using those as to go down and just nudge those 2 reds just so they're on, because they don't look on from here.
I hope he does well. Hopefully.
Just landed on the yellow.
I wish no way.
No, sorry, on the red. Luke's going to have to drive into these reds now. He's tried to land on the floor and he has. He's played a great shot. He's going to have to sort of nudge across the bottom of the yellow that's up against the red. Hopefully just to put it on into the left centre.
No one else would. But fuck off.
Ben's left the angle that he needs. Probably would have liked a little bit more access to the white. We're really going to have to shove this thumb down to just disturb these reds, just enough, just to put it on. Doesn't want them to move too far, just wants it on.
Yes, Lee, come on.
Ben didn't have enough white ball to shove that down.
Justin.
Gives Justin control of the table. Luke just needs to drop this red in dead weight, come up towards near the balk. And he's unfortunately not landed anywhere near where I thought he would have liked to have landed. Not sure that passes into the centre.
Go Lee, come on.
I'm right behind where he is. I can't see the line on the ball. I'm not sure. It looks like it could be on the centre. Definitely got down on it as if it is. So Barney not able to hold serve. Fully capitalised. I know, a tough little out there. Thank you. Thanks, Ted. Appreciate it, mate. I can do, mate. I can talk a little bit louder, but I've got some matches just in front of me as well with the ladies and the Masters. Like I can't really talk too loud, but I can definitely try and talk a little bit louder for you.
Lee, come on.
Justin will probably have a look at taking these yellows on now, considering Ben's cut off access to both his reds being able to be potted if he leaves himself on the right side of the table. So I reckon there might be a bit of a pot to nothing here for Justin.
Go Barnes.
Luke's coming off with a pretty good spread. I'll see what Dan can do when he gets back, mate. I think he might have left Ben on here. I think Ben can get the bottom red. Where the red on the black side of the fork will go is I think that's the puzzle at the moment for Ben. Barney's gone in off on an open table.
Go, mate, come on.
Not the start that he wants. Ben, is that red gonna make? Oh, jeez. You'd think that Justin will clean these up from here. All the yellows to a path. It's just the opportunity Justin was waiting for, just to get a little bit closer to the cluster of yellows around the centre of the table, just to start this clearance, given where the black location is. Justin's had an amazing tournament so far. Definitely putting in a really good question for player of the carnival, given his form. Finished second in the stats in the teams, just over 75%. Making the final of the plate. And obviously making the semi-finals here in the singles. The obvious favourite is just nudged the wrong side of the red here. Made a little bit of awkward queuing for this yellow in the right centre. Definitely made this a bit tougher than what it needs to be. This is a huge opportunity for them. This is a get out here. Justin started a little bit slow against Robbo last night in the plate. Took him a little while to get going. Was making some uncharacteristic errors. Letting Robbo get back to the table. Ben's underhit that quite a bit.
Shot late, mate.
Has the angle he needs just to get below the black in the centre. Ben makes no mistake and takes the first frame. Just.
Go Andy, come on mate.
West wasn't able to clean up 2 visits on the yellows. Barney, the way Barney's been playing, I reckon he might just open his reds on the left side of the table, possibly get safe behind him, but you definitely don't want to be leaving a one-rail kick shot to get out, especially for the calibre of Luke. He's made a lot of escapes and potted off escapes this week so far. Then we've got We've got Dan back here who's going to try and turn up the volume on my mic just so I'm not being too loud in front of the ladies match here. Barney's just what I thought was trying to get safe, but just falling a bit short of these tables have done all week. All cloths have been new. They've just played a little bit slow. Luke's played a great long yellow. Ben's come up dry. But in saying that, I think Justin's touching this red, so might be forced to take the red in the corner that's over the bag. Definitely a tough little out considering the red on the bottom rail as we see it. But has balls in the area just to chip open that yellow, just to make it accessible. Yeah, Gemma, they are still playing slow. Pockets are starting to get a bit tighter as well. Luke's underhit that a little bit as well. I was hoping to get into the same centre that he just potted his last yellow. But still can cut this in.
Come on, Bobby.
Justin want to try and get access to the red bottom of the table as soon as we can. Bobby takes the first frame against Linda Vine in the ladies semi. No, first ladies semi. Luke's had a great attempt at that black. Just didn't seem like it was on avoiding that red. The double probably hampered his line a little bit. Barney a great opportunity. Guessing he's probably going to pot this red near where the black is in the corner. Look at coming down the table and possibly tucking up. Not a bad effort. Probably would have liked that red just a little bit more out in the open to avoid the cannon to pot it, but still in a better position than where it was. Justin might just kick this red out and make it potable, which he has done. But just probably a visit behind in this frame, looking at the layouts of the yellows that he's got. A couple of options to promote his yellow in the top right, but this yellow that's next to the red on the bottom rail is going to be the problem for him now that there's no access to the bottom left centre. I wouldn't be suggesting that. He played a good shot. I can do that, Phil. No problems, mate. Bella's currently 1-0 up. Phil?
Sure, Andy, come on, mate.
Come on.
Grant is currently 1-0 up. Ben would definitely be looking to attack. He's played a good shot there, Ben, but I think Justin's got access to this red. I think it might go below. If not, he's definitely got a nice little angle. This red into the right centre. Possibly, he might be able to pass the nearest yellow to get underneath it. Just so I think he can. Yeah, I think he can get in behind us, which he can do. He's played a great shot. This red in the centre, he can drift down to the bottom rail now and play his cannon. Red onto red on the bottom rail. Alec is currently 2-0 up, and he is on the second stream. Probably looking at, looks like is he looking at drifting down behind the yellow? Off the side rail? Oh, he might have just nudged that enough.
Let's go, Fuzzy, come on, mate.
Yeah, he's on it. Probably would have liked that red to be a little bit more in the pocket so he could slide up the side rail for the red into the right centre. You're forced to come back through the gap of the yellows where the white is right now. To possibly be forced to take the long ball now, considering where the red's landing.
Come on, Barney. Let's go, mate.
And he's made a nice clean pot.
Come on, mate. Come, Justin. That's it.
Should be just a little run through, come through the gap of the two yellows. And he's underhit it. He screwed back and underhit it. Considering where the black is, this should be an easy kick shot, just to knock the black in the centre. Rails have been playing a little bit funny, but they're starting to play a little bit more natural now that they've had a little bit more wear in. Haven't had a tendency to go a little bit wide this week, but I don't think he'll have too much issue knocking this in, considering how much time he spent on the table this week. And he has gone a little wide. Penny with another opportunity. Bobby's just gone 2-0 up on Lyndall. Luke just keeps on getting out of these snookers. Barney's trying his best to get 2 shots, or at least get the white ball in a better area of the table for him, just to clean these out. But Luke, as he has done all week, has just found his way to get out of it constantly. Ben will have these done in 15 seconds, as Ben normally does. Barney, another great shot. Hasn't left his red in an ideal location, but at least left himself a ball to start with, should he want to attempt at taking the out. Ben, again, cleaning up from a Justin mistake to go 2-0 up.
Yes, Barney. Come on, Barney. Come on, Barney.
Luke a little bit unlucky there. Had to go at that at pace just to straighten up the angle of the kick. Hit the black a little bit too thick, which forced the white to follow through. And Barney gets his 2 visits, which he's been trying to get for about 6 shots now.
Let's go, Holly. Come on, Holly.
Let's go, Justin.
Down, Barney. Come on, mate.
But he knocks his yellow out and leaves himself on, which is it's a tough shot to begin with, to be fair. Okay. Doesn't knock that onto a playable position. It might not have been on anything. Would probably the combo in the bottom left corner. Just promote. Rattling a lot of balls here at the moment. He's using all the pocket to his advantage here. Needs to be on the left side of the table for a couple of his balls here, especially the one down the bottom left near the balk. That currently only goes to the top right, and the yellow that's held up against the black only goes to the right centre, so then probably will be forced to take on the long black into the bottom right corner. Barney confidently punches that in and leaves him a nice easy shot in the black to go 1 apiece. But he's left himself a good angle just to slide up the rail a little bit. Probably would have liked to have been another couple of inches higher, but angle nonetheless. And he's got a nice angle for this last yellow, come off a couple of rails and back towards the centre of the table. Luke and Barney are back on serve. Ben's chosen just to check up against the side rail and just leave himself a nice long black. Has been spending a bit of time on the snooker tables up here, so you'd think this is it, and it is.
Come on, mate.
Barney makes a red. Would have liked to have gone red, but considering where this yellow is in the top right corner, might be forced to look at going yellow. So Ben 3-0 up with break. Has dumped the white in the centre and makes a ball. Makes 2 balls.
Great shot, Holly. Stop it.
Justin's looking at taking yellows here. Probably falling just a little bit short of position again. Probably wanted to play both of these back to back. Probably run past the angle now, which he'll need. So might be forced to come down the bottom end of the table.
Let's go, Holly. Holly.
And he's lost control of that yellow. Makes this out tough now. Especially where he's landed up against the black. I'm not sure this yellow next to the red near the black spot actually passes underneath
30 seconds.
the yellow that's sort of near the bottom left corner. I can't see from where I'm sitting.
Come on, mate.
It looks like he might have to play the combo here. He has done and he's made it well and left himself a nice shot.
Go, Holly. Go, Foz.
I feel like Justin's probably going to want to leave himself a little bit of angle on this yellow on the left side so he can come off the side rail and up into the red that's blocking the path of his yellow in the centre, and then use the yellow that's near the black in the bottom right corner as his last ball for the black.
Come on, Bobby. Right here. It's a great shot, Holly. Come on.
And the white hasn't taken off the rail again. Probably expecting that. Probably about 3 or 4 inches more to the left of that red. It definitely didn't hold.
30 seconds.
So he might be forced to lay up here.
Go, Holly.
I'm not sure. So he might be forced to take the long, unless he plays a yellow onto the red, which is lining up now, and then the yellow runs to the top corner. And he's missed it. And not in a good position. Definitely the plant jammer. That was definitely the shot, but he just didn't get the execution on that. Ben again with an opportunity to clean up from a Justin mistake. You'd almost suggest that he runs through this red that he's on the bottom left corner now and will possibly play the red off the yellow into the centre. If not, he might choose just to chip out and sit behind it. It's definitely the shot jammer. Definitely the janitor at the moment, Chuka. That's for sure. Just cleaning up a little bit of mess that Justin's been making. And Barney takes a 2-1 lead. Back on serve. Alec is 3-0 up on Mark Bradley. on table 4. Grant is 2-1 up on Neil Kelly in the other Masters match. Isabella and Holly are 1-1. Justin's escaped nicely, but left Ben a starting ball to clear these up. And the way Ben's hitting at the moment, you wouldn't think these would be much of an issue.
Let's go, Ollie.
30 seconds.
Joshua, the tables have played surprisingly slow. It's been the genuine consensus. Ben's landed a little bit low on this red. Probably would like to screw back a little bit more than what he did. They're going to have to try and dead it. I definitely will, Phil, that's for sure. Ben's missed a simple black, which for him, he would be kicking himself. 4-0. Sorry, Joshua, just finish off. The tables have played surprisingly. So they've all been really reclothed. They've looked amazing, but playing on them has just been a little bit tough. The rails have been quite skiddy, which has made the pockets really big, but the beds just have been quite slow. The players have definitely struggled to adjust early in the match, especially. Justin's played a great shot, but looks like Justin's taken janitor duties this time, Chuka, and gets his first frame. Should have been 4-0 down. Yeah, he did. He did, Smiley. But that's Ben. I mean, Ben just knocks those in, but obviously just maybe twitched more than usual. But he definitely did seem to move on it a bit. Had to get a second company to come in and clean him up. Justin, really nice break. Hit him solid, good spread. Makes a yellow and has unfortunately set up against the yellow. But the reds are still pretty good anyway. All the reds go to a pocket, which he'll be happy about. We'll be forced to take one of the reds over one of the corner pockets, unfortunately. I don't think he's on the top left, so he's probably going to have to go to the one down the bottom left corner. And clean up these two on the bottom rail. Geez, just past that red enough. Nice bit of angle on this red, just to drift down towards the centre of the table. It definitely makes them unique, doesn't it, Toby? A little bit unsure how Justin's going to play this. He's got a couple of spots now that he hasn't taken that wide as far down the table as what he'd like. He probably would have liked to have been probably 4 more ball rolls down the table just so he could run through this one in the centre and then play the combo between the combo of the highest of the reds onto the left. But this must pass in the centre. He's played a great controlled shot here. Probably, if this one does pass in the centre, he'll probably just roll through probably half a ball just to keep some clear queuing, just so he can pot this right of the 3 reds into the top right corner.
Let's go, Holly. Go, Holly.
Yeah, nice shots from Justin. We'll probably slide on through the gap between those 2 yellows on the left. He's chosen to go underneath them, which is just as good. And makes a good out. Benny's going to be ruining, missing that easy black. Scoreline should be 4-1, but is 3-2. Barney's on yellows here. He's got a tricky yellow bottom left corner. I think he's going to be wanting to get on. I thought with that shot that he played, he might have had 2 visits because he's left himself on the yellow, that centre of the table, near the left centre pocket to get in the bottom left corner, just to open up that pocket for that yellow to go through. But
30 seconds.
oh, Luke's just rattled that. I think Barney might be out here. He'll be able to trickle the yellow he's closest to into the centre pocket. And then play that shot I was just saying. Justin's got himself on an open table here. I'm not sure. We'll more than likely go reds, but yellow's just as good. Just one shot, just open this pocket down the bottom left. But choosing to go reds, pick the gap, which he has done for the red into the centre. Marnie's not made that ball past the black and has, past the yellow in the bottom left corner, and has tightened up that pocket now. Luke's lost his chalk, and because of the carpet, we can't find where it is because it's blended into the carpet. And if it's the Tame one, it's probably rolled out the door. he's lost his shot. Oh, I can see it. Hang on. Cross is averted. He's found his chalk. Not sure this red passes this yellow on the right. Might just have to jam it out, I think, considering he's got pocket control on the left-hand side. Which hasn't ended up too bad, but Probably wouldn't have liked both balls to end up on that side of the table. Barney can take control of this pocket. Just update. Dan's just updated me that Bella's 2-1 up on Holly now. Bobby is 2-1 up on Lyndall. And Grant and Neil are 2-all. I'll screenshot that prediction for you, Toby, and we'll make sure that it's noted. Should that be the scoreline and the result? I haven't been following too much what's been happening on Ben's table. Justin still on reds, has he? Yes, he has just hit a rail. It's an interesting choice of shot there from Barney. I'm not so sure that would have been the shot. You don't want to be giving away 2 shots here because the reds are quite easily potable. Ben's made a great cannon to the centre. Probably landed a little unlucky. He's made access for his yellow now, but this red is definitely potable in the bottom right corner. And the red can definitely hold on the yellow and the black. Benny's gone in off to the surprise of Ben. He could have been 4-1 up. And it looks like it's about to be 3-all. Luke's made a great shot. Great shot. Would have liked a little bit of a better contact on the black just to stop this white going so far down the table. It's just whether or not he's going to take the red over the corner first, or whether he's going to look at playing the combo and cover a couple of rails. Justin's just caught the wrong side of that yellow. Probably wanted to catch the other side of it. Lyndall's just even up the score 2-all on table 3. Justin's still with 2. Just got to be a little bit wary of the black, which is use the visit really well. Left himself a double on the black, and unfortunately got a kiss on the white, which sent the white to the right side of the table for Barney to be able to drop this ball in the bottom left corner and land on the yellow that's near the black spot. Had the white ended up on the bottom left side of the table, it would have made things a lot tougher. Justin levels at 3-all. Barney's hit this firm and it's gone in off. So Luke, barring a dirty miscue or not hitting a rail, is going to even up at 2-all. So we're evens on both tables. Again, we'd like to thank Commercial Club Albury for hosting Nationals again. Always a fantastic venue. We're in the first year in the new Townsend room where the big buffet used to be that I'm sure everyone would have been accustomed to should they've been to the Commercial Club in past years. Beautiful room. Justin's made a ball off his break. Hasn't got the prettiest of layouts considering the yellows are pretty good, the reds are pretty good, but the starting ball is the issue. Barney's come up dry. He's chosen red and he's missed, so he's left an open table for Ben to come to.
30 seconds.
I feel reds are the colours here. It definitely was, Daniel. I definitely got my fill at the buffet over the last sort of 20 years that I've been coming up to the Commercial Club. That's for sure. Always a cracking roast. There's Ben. I don't think Ben's left himself on a ball here. Gemmo. You just have to forgive Jammo, everyone. He's a little bit dirty that he's not still here playing. I'm not sure if Ben's on this red. He's queue up to hope that it's on, but I don't think it is. To be fair, Toby, we've all been on the piss every night, mate, so we've been feeling it every day. Ben's great shot from Ben, able to open up that cluster. Unfortunate not to land on the red at the bottom of the table there, because he probably would have taken that immediately. It does go to both corner pockets. Possibly look at getting onto it pretty much straight away, I'd suggest. Taking the red in the top right corner and probably screwing down the table. No, he's choosing to clear out down the bottom. Yeah, look, Gemma, I'm staying with Shannon and his partner Martina, and they went to the Indian place and they reckon it was fantastic. So there's definitely some great restaurants around the area as well. That's for sure. I haven't tried the local delicacies. I've only eaten here at the Commercial Club and the 3 AM pizza shop. Seems to be the trend on table 2 is Luke putting balls and then just leaving 2 or 3 on the table. Barney gets to the table and we're into a situation where Barney's knocking balls into play and trying to get 2 visits to clear the table. But Luke always seems to have table control in one of the corners. Anyway, enough of the food. I've no breakfast yet. Back to the pool. Ben was a bit of a Hail Mary shot there. Was hoping to miss a yellow to get down the bottom end of the table. It's a shot nonetheless, but tough white ball control. We want to come off the top rail, bottom rail, and hopefully hit the yellow that's on the side rail to hold the black. And he's caught. I tell you what, he's caught the jaw in the centre pocket and he's landed on it. And he's eyeing me off because he knows he's got lucky there. This will be the makeup for the black that he missed. Definitely needs to knock this in, especially the opportunity to go 4-1 up. And he has done. But Benny got a little bit away with that one. Justin feel a little bit hard done by. Benny definitely got a little bit of luck with that kiss off the jaw. Barney on yellows. I'm not sure if Luke gestured to him that he's got 2 shots or not when he tried to get out of the snooker that Barney put him in a few shots before. They're all here for Barney. He's played a great shot, left himself a nice little bit of angle for this one in the centre, just to drift towards where the red is.
30 seconds.
Centre, yellow in the left centre, yellow in the top left corner, and then back to for the black in the bottom right corner. Look, we know Benny, he'd be the first one to admit that he didn't mean it and that he got a bit of luck there, but he would also say that he meant it as well, so. Benny come up dry again. These tables are tough to break on, tough to make balls consistently. And Barney goes 3-2 up. All the yellows are on here for Justin. He probably want to take this the lowest of the left corner down, left side of the table, just to open out. Left himself on the yellow into the centre on the right. Probably would have been like to be an extra bowl to the right, so probably doesn't have as awkward of queuing. Guessing he would just nudge back a little bit just to get the white in between the gap of the black and the yellow to the left of it to pot the black and the yellow into the opposite centre. Looks like he's just going to roll through a little bit, which he has done. Probably take the highest, the yellow that's high on the black here, come to the side rail and take this yellow, which is on the side rail. Luke Good break, makes a ball again. A little bit of a cluster centre of the table, but all reds go to a pocket. Possibly all yellows, if that, 2 yellows there, if that yellow pass doesn't go in the bottom left corner, I'm suggesting he will be going yellows. Which it does look like he's doing. He's gone a little bit far, but he's on his ball down the rail. It looks like Justin's leaving his rail ball to last. Which is interesting. I thought that Luke again, he's got an obsession with this bottom left corner. He's every time I look over this table, he's got a ball in that corner. Well, Daniel, just for you, mate, we'll mirror the stream for you every time he's at the table. Justin's probably a ball short of where he would like to be. He probably would have liked to have been just a little bit higher, but should be fine. Give himself a nice little angle, just a screw back.
This was.
Now these are all here for Luke. Luke will have no problems clearing these out. Justin's jawed. I was quite surprised he left that till last. He had to attack that to leave himself on the black. Taking it early, he had a yellow that he could have taken across the table into opposite centre, so he wouldn't have had to attack that one as hard. I don't have the updates at the moment. Dan's just doing some research at the moment, so I can't see the scores on the other tables at the moment. Bella's 3-1 up on Holly. Okay. 3-1 or possibly could be 4-1. 4-1. So Bella's 4-1. Alec is 5-0 up on Mark Bradley, and Grant Weekly is 5-2 up on Neil Kelly. Race to 7 in the Masters. Luke takes that frame, we're back to level. Ben's, I'm not sure if Ben's going to take these on or not. I don't know if he's going to. Knowing Ben, he probably will attack here. But again, just likes to prove me wrong. I don't think he's totaled. This is sort of in line with it. Okay, total has been granted. Ben, there isn't really much of an option of Justin laying up behind the yellow to try and hamper Ben potting out, because Ben, obviously with the red on the left side of the table, that sort of stops that from being an option. He's played a great shot. Would have been an amazing shot should that ball the white not have rolled a couple of more rolls, but Ben's I think Ben will run these. Well, Barney's finally made a ball jammer. Ben's gone a long combination and he's missed it by nearly 2 balls. Barney's making great long red. And just we thought Ben might have been able to get another break. He's missed the starting out again, and we're back to 4-all. So we're even on both tables again. I'm more than happy to update the scores. Toby, I've got access to him right next to me. It was just damn. I was looking at another website at the time, and not that sort of website you guys are probably thinking of. To save you guys having to close down the stream, but I will glance across it regularly for you guys, keep you guys updated.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Come on, buddy. Come on, Mark.
Bradley's on the ball.
Mark Bradley's got his first frame. He's got one in a row. He's 5-1 down against Alec. Yeah, I did say 5-0 up, Dickie. It's 5-1 now. Justin's made another great break. Yeah, got the white in a much better position this time. Either balls here probably doesn't have the nicest of starting yellows. Thank you, Phil. Just trying to be a person of the world here, mate. But thanks for tuning in. Hopefully keep you updated all the way through. Just seeing if we've got an update on the ladies. Just waiting for Dan's just putting up a... Dan's just gonna... So Bella is 4-1 up on Hollystill, and Lyndall is now 3-2 up on Bobby Joe. You could probably put them on here. Oh, or is it separate? Okay, yeah, that's fine. You get your weather, yeah. Barney's got a little bit of a hampered queuing on the back, but makes it so. I'm pretty sure that's the first rack run on table 2. So Barney again takes the lead. Dan is doing an absolute superb job for me right here. I'm getting all the scores right in my face, right next to the chat feed. He's an absolute superstar. Thanks. That's all right. I can refresh all the time. But isn't it update in 30 seconds?
It should, but it hasn't been.
So Justin did decide to take reds. It definitely was a tougher starting ball. He's a little bit of awkward queuing on this red down the rail if it's the one that he wanted to take. I say down the rail, the one on the left side. Near the yellow. Yeah, he's made a great putt. It's a great shot by Justin. Wasn't the easiest of shots, having just a cue over a ball. There's your wave. Justin will dead weight this in for a black in the centre. And will take the lead for the first time in this match. From Ben, I'm going to say it a few times, Ben should have been 4-1 up with an easy black and rattled the black. And since then, Justin's had 4 on the bounce. Luke, another great break. Made a ball again. I've been saying how tough these tables have been to get a ball in consistently. But Luke's just made it look easy. Grant is now 6-2 up on Neil Kelly. Alec, I think, just won that frame, so he's up 6-1. And the ladies' scores are still the same. Yeah, I think that black was 4. I think that was for 4-1, not for 4-0. I could be wrong. I thought the score was 3-1 when Ben missed that. But yeah, it could have been. Can definitely have been right because yeah, it went from should have been 4-0 to 3-1 instead. So yeah, I think you're correct there, Newcastle. Ben's taking a Nunan break, which most of you guys will know that'll be a bathroom stop. I'm sat right behind Lyndall playing a ball into the centre and has just snookered herself unfortunately on table 3, which you probably can see in the top right corner. Luke's taken yellows. We'll need some angle after potting this one in the right bottom right corner, just to get back up to the yellow in the top right corner. Thanks for confirming that, Smiley.
Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby, come on.
I was definitely one of those that tippled in a few alcoholic beverages, not only last night but during the day.
Yes, the ball. Right shot, buddy. Right in, mate. Come on.
Can Ben make it? Ben's made a ball. It just does. Oh, just didn't want that to kick in, which it does. He's got a starting ball on reds. He's got one tough red on the right side of the table, but has balls in the vicinity to be able to open that up. Can possibly also double into the centre as well, which Ben probably will prefer to take. But definitely reds is the set here. Luke's played a nice shot. Land a little high, but that'll be no issue. I'm sure he'll just kick back just a little bit, just to give himself some open queuing to pot the black, which he has done. Ben's under hit that. Again. And Luke evens it back up on table 2. Great pot by Ben, great pot. Now has a bit of angle here where he could possibly look to play into the yellow. Just to open those 2 out. I'm not sure he will. I'm pretty sure Ben's happy with the double, but he possibly again could prove me wrong. And he's missed the pot. He's gone out hard and he's missed the pot. Well, Ben's just not finding the groove that he had in the first 3 frames. Definitely things have changed since missing that black. I don't think it'll be playing in his mind Ben's been playing pool long enough to not let something like that rattle in too much, but it definitely has swung since then.
Come on, Bobby.
Barney's made a ball off his break again, and the Reds look great. The Reds look really good. Probably only problem ball is the red closest to the black. It only goes to centre on the left and the top left corner, so we'll need to get low on the table. Justin wanted to disturb that yellow next to the red near the centre on the left side there, just to make it more accessible, but just slid underneath it.
Come on.
So it makes it a bit trickier. I'm not sure I think he might find a safety here, because the double's not on that yellow on the left side. Doesn't really have transitional ball to break it out unless he uses the. Many thanks to Pockets for the $100 donation. Greatly appreciated, and we're glad that you're tuning in. Great team, doing a lot for pool in Australia at the moment. So thank you very much for your kind donation.
Come on.
Ben's tried to make something almost out of nothing here and didn't get a result. Now he's in a tough spot. His only little bit of saving grace at the moment is the red on the left side of the table that's sort of blocking any advancement from Justin. So he's looking at. Oh no, that's probably the worst result he could ask for. Giving Justin full control of the table here.
Come on, Bobby.
This, I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but I think this Benny's going to be looking at a 6-4 scoreline. Justin's probably going to double this across. No, he's just chipped it out. Forcing Ben to make a play here. I don't see any other option but Ben just getting this red out of this bottom left corner here. I'm just hoping that Justin doesn't break open his yellow next to the red on the left centre. Given where the black is, it does look a pretty simple black, but these tables, it's actually quite tough at the moment. Oh, great shot by Ben. Great shot. That's a clever shot. Clever shot. Clever shot. I think the white can only get to about the side rail level to the black spot. Maybe a little bit higher towards the centre.
Shot Luke. Come on,
but Justin's a good chance of replying back with a snooker here behind the yellow on the top. Probably doesn't even need to, probably just is happy just to make contact with it and leave Ben an open shot. Force him to, again, to make some play. Justin's just nudged the black over more to the left side of the table, just to cause some problems for Ben. Doesn't really have any opportunity to get. Looks like he's just going to nudge the black over here as well, which he's hit it a little bit too much of it. I think he just wanted to glance that a bit less than what he did. Holly just won that frame to take the score to 4-2 to Bella. Lyndall is 4-2 up on Bobby. Ben wants this to roll past the red, and it hasn't. Ben is almost happy to take this on. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to land the left side of the table, take the cut across the table to the bottom right.
Come on, BJ.
That's a great shot from Ben. He just wants to be able to screw back without making contact with this yellow. Pretty sure he's got the right angle as well. And he'll try and get as close to the yellow as he can near the black. You reckon that goes, Daniel?
What? Oh,
Come on, Bobby, come on.
No, he just read off yellow top corner. I'm not sure what table he was talking of. Benny's right of the black. Definitely had no option but to have a dip there.
Great hit. Great shot, boss. Come on, buddy.
This should be a quite simple clean-up on both tables here by the looks of things. Luke's looking for a rest. We've got 15 rests down the opposite side of the room, and none on the other end. Not sure what Luke will do here, whether he'll just pop this and come around for the yellow in the centre, or we'll take the white long to get the yellow in the top right corner first before taking the yellow centre of the table. He's landed a bit of no man's land here. The yellow doesn't pass the black.
30 seconds.
And Justin, the janitor, has just taking up cleaning up rolls on Ben, and is now 6-4 up in a race to 9.
Come on, BJ.
The solid has finally joined me from looks like the depths of some place that not many people want to be at. Morning, mate. you look well.
Thanks, buddy. I didn't sleep well last night, unfortunately. I struggled to get up this morning. I'm glad I'm here to at least see the end of this match, or both matches.
Ben 4-0 up, and then has lost. Well, I think he was 3-0 up. I think it was 3-0 or 4-0 up, and has lost 6 on the go
And
after missing a pretty simple black.
And that's the strength of Justin Sage, hanging around in matches. You saw him do it last night as well in the plate final. Even though he didn't win, he made more of a match than what it first appeared to be.
He was 6-1 down, was he?
He was, yeah.
6-1.
Got it back to a more respectable scoreline, but I'm sure that's out of his mind now. He's getting on with the next match. He's pretty much been deep in everything he's played in. And this, I was interested to see how this match would go in the early stages. I felt that it was important for Barney to get off to a good start.
It's just been frame for frame. It's I think Barney won the first frame, and then it's just been level, then Barney level. So they're just going frame for frame at the moment on that table.
Yeah, I had a small suspicion that might be a few frames where both players attempted a clearance, might not have made it, and then the other one would have tied them up to take control.
Getting Nibs has just posted on the live chat asking how dinner was last night.
Dinner was amazing. I think that's what stopped me from sleeping, actually. It was that good that I wanted more of it. That's a great black there from Barnett.
Alec has just won his match against Mark Bradley 7-1.
Wow, that's a smashing.
Grant is currently 6-3 up on Neil Kelly. And the girls are still same scores, 4-1 Bella over Holly. I think Bella should be 4-2. I could be wrong. Yeah, 4-2, and Lyndall's 4-2 up on Bobby Joe.
So they're really getting through the frames quickly, the girls. So that was
I think Luke's just having a bit of a practice here.
I was just going to say, what's he doing there?
Yeah.
He's still going, but yeah, he's just having a hit.
I've just saw him just knock a ball with his cue.
Might not be entirely happy with his back arm, so just maybe trying to just make a couple of small adjustments on the fly.
I haven't seen what's been happening on the table on the right. Ben's on reds, 2 on reds by the looks of it.
Well, he's going to need the 2 unless this red squeezes inside the yellow, which it looks like it might, but there's still it's an awkward layout of the table. Black's not ideal either. Yellow on red on side cushion. I think he's tempted to take this on now, but we have seen these curling out a little bit throughout the week. Might be on his mind.
I think he's looking at. I'm not sure. I think this yellow drops no matter what you try and do to it.
It's hard to tell from here.
It doesn't look deep enough in the pocket, but it just these pockets. Oh, it does go. Oh,
Well,
he was unlucky. That yellow was going crashing straight into that yellow, and it that red. Sorry.
the way he's reacted there, it's like he only has one shot.
I think he saw the path of the white or the yellow coming towards that red, and the fact that the white and the yellow kissed and stopped hitting that red out.
Even if he had 2, he wouldn't. I don't think the reaction.
No,
would have been the same.
he used his first shot.
That actually held its line pretty well.
Bit of a troublesome yellow for Justin down near the balk now, but plenty of area for him to get to.
Yeah, I think it's just about Justin getting neat on the black here. I think he's going to commit to this. Be surprised if he doesn't.
He's definitely been potting well. Boys have been missing, coming short in position all match so far. But looking at the layout, getting short position, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue where these yellows are.
Oh, Luke the Monster Foster almost dumps the white and somehow finds a ball and sends more than half the table up the other end. And he'll be happy he's potted red off the break too, just so we can take this red down the rail with a little bit more luxury.
No,
Actually, what am I talking about? I
He's going
can't
to have to pot a
count.
red.
I can't count, mate.
Yeah, he's going to want to pot it if he's going to take it.
Still got morning eyes.
Justin leaving himself up on the rail was probably not the ideal location he'd wanted to be.
No, I mean, he does have the more simple ball in the middle, but I think he wanted to use that as a linking ball to the ball near the balk line, so...
100%. I think he's taking it now. He's going to find a different transition ball to get down the bottom.
I just wonder if he's still going to take that yellow in the balk area, because it does go inside the red off the left jaw. And he looks fairly straight on it. If he's not happy with it, he might play the ball in the bottom right, come back even further, so then he's got a slight angle to come back down table for the middle of these three that are currently at the bottom of the table. And he might even lay out, but I don't think he will.
I mean, he could take bottom right corner control, couldn't he, for where the black is, but
I think
it's dangerous.
I think he'll be aware that the white ball movement skill Ben has, probably not worth risking leaving him that shot.
And he's going to come down the table now. Doesn't want to kiss
that
it.
was really risky, and he's actually got away with that.
He's probably knocked that on now better than what it was.
Yeah, I think he's got away with that. That was risky trying to go inside that to play for the middle.
Looking, I can see, looking up at the sky and sort of scrunching his face up. I don't think he's too happy with it.
Geez, I don't know why. It doesn't look that bad on camera. Perhaps that's a bit misleading, but to me this doesn't look that bad.
I think he didn't want to make contact. I think he just wanted to be below it.
There you go. It was actually perfect. That's what I thought. It was a good result. And Benny will probably be feeling a little bit sick about that. Never makes you feel good when a player plays a shot that they don't intend and they get a good rub and then they end up clearing from it. You always think, yeah. But it's part of the game.
I've had a hit with both break cues, Newcastle. I've had a hit with Jake's, and I've also had a hit with Barney's, and definitely a very nice breaking cue. With those clear tips, definitely a unique experience when it comes to breaking.
That's a good shot there from Luke. He would have loved to have come back probably another inch, so he was a little straighter, but now he can, I think, has to play the run through and play the longer red. But he probably won't be upset with that because he can drop it in. He'll be on the black in the middle.
Do you just screw this just a bit?
Looks like I thought he was just going to play the run through, but he has played the run through.
He has, yeah. Correct. Just reached the pocket perfectly.
Now if he gets these two, it's been a pretty good response. Those 45 seconds of practice he had in between frames may have served him well. Look at that look. Look at the look on that man's face. Do not cross this bloke in the dark alley, I'm telling you.
You definitely wouldn't want to steal anything off his plate, would you?
No. No, he will stab you in 4 places with a fork.
Bobby just makes a nice out there to bring it back to 3-4 to Lyndall.
And Luke the Lumberjack Foster levels the score up. Come up with a few names for him. He's probably going to go back and hear about them all and have a laugh.
Lucky he's on the other side of Australia.
Not the
Hopefully forgets about it.
Not the most serious guy as far as being insulted in the world, Luke, so can have a bit of fun. Sure his family's watching at home as well and cheering him on. So Andy Barnett has actually had a stinker of a tournament as far as the start of it is concerned, but he's fought back well, he's clawed back well. I think he shot pretty good stats for Queensland as captain, and he now he's in the semis and he's right in the hunt to make a final.
Sounds good, Newcastle. Thank you very much. I think he's just trying to looks like they're trying to
That's,
sell
a
something.
big
It's just
break.
held up one of the messages from Newcastle. So thank you, Newcastle. We appreciate that bit of info. Would definitely like to have a look. I'm one who's just started using a brake cue myself, but I'm only using a cheap Dufferin at the moment, which I had Zach do some alterations for me, but would love to try one of your ones.
I don't
Sorry?
need a brake cue, mate. I brake with my hand on the table. It doesn't matter what I use.
It
it'll
works.
it'll do exactly the same thing the way I brake, mate.
It works. It works. You took great interest in Dave Ewing's brake yesterday.
Only because it wasn't working, so it was something to talk about. He may have, he could come out today in the teams and get a couple of huge breaks. You just
Yep.
that's the thing with the brake. I don't think there's a formula. I never have. But you can definitely increase your chance of potting balls with certain little 1%ers. Maybe a brake cue is one of those 1%ers.
It's definitely a key at this level. It's probably the most key shot in a pool. You definitely want first opportunity and the choice of the best set out of balls. More times than not, a good break leads a good spread, and generally a ball potted.
And this is an incredible chance here for Luke to take the lead, because these balls, well, you know what, if you're just going to chuck a few balls at the table and say, I'm just going to give myself a really easy clearance, it would look something like this.
Absolutely. This is training drill.
So very important that Luke does get these, because if he does miss this, it has a twofold effect. If he loses the frame, obviously it's a frame given away, and two, it can mentally hurt you.
Ben's made a great shot down the rail on table one. But these red balls just look like witches' hats at the moment. They're just there just for a bit of viewing. Just to direct traffic, really.
They don't even, they actually just create the lines of the mapping. I didn't like that Luke didn't take that ball he's about to play now earlier, but he's still negotiated these well.
Absolutely. This was definitely the key ball.
Ben's tried to kick the red off the cushion and not the yellow, but didn't get into it quite enough.
Yeah, great shot. Made sure the white went through far enough, wasn't hampered in queuing.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
also
black.
made sure he's giving himself angle to go up table as well for black in the opposite corner. Got to be careful with this shot that he doesn't underplay it. He's hit it beautiful.
Great shot. Perfect shot. Perfect shot for the first time. Looks like he's going to take the lead in this match. Grant's beaten Neil Kelly 7-4.
Looks like Grant Weekly has just won his Masters semi as well, as a bunch of high fives come out from the WA squad. And all attention now turns to Luke Foster from the WA collective. And Benny, a good chance here to pot this in the middle, come off back cushion and into the red. He will want to give this a bit to get everything out of there.
Just doesn't want to hit the yellow again.
I actually think he didn't play that well. I thought he'd go into that probably twice as hard as that. It's like he tried to control the kick over the middle.
And what he's done by making contact with the yellow is just stopped the opportunity for a double in the bottom right corner as well.
Oh, this is on, is it?
Don't tell
what a sick shot. Oh my God.
Oh,
This is tough. I think he's got slightly hampered queuing. Slightly.
dead weight into the pocket, black into the left centre. He's screwing.
I think he's dragging it. He's played that pretty well.
That's a great shot. Benny really needs this black just to break the momentum of what's happened in the last sort of 7 frames. And he's only just got that. He's only just got that.
When Benny's queuing well, he makes a lot of difficult shots look pretty straightforward. And
That breaks a run of 7 frames from Justin.
that's big for Benny.
Barney's at the table with a pretty nice spread. Just got a tough red. He's got ball in hand. Okay.
assume he's going to pot this and try and screw onto the other red as a bit of a free shot because he's got linking ball bottom right.
Does the red go through the gap of those two?
That's a shot. Yes, she has an open table now.
Oh, here we go.
He can choose. He'll still stay on reds.
Didn't look like he lined that up at all, did he, Edward? Just got down and pumped it and just knocked it in.
But
It did not look on that double, the second last ball for Benny.
No, it didn't. He has to nominate here, Ben. I'm sure he'll be aware of it, but he has to nominate because he's pot one of each. And there is no umpire, I don't think, on that table. Not sure if he's nominated or not. I didn't actually pay much attention to his lips. Oh, he's missed that by a long, long way. Wow, that surprises me. He literally cut that into the cushion.
That's considering how well Barney's been knocking him in. That's a crazy miss.
Yeah, and in the context of the match, it potentially could hurt. I still think he's favourites thus far, although it's hard to say someone's favourite when they're not at the table and the balls are all potable. But awkward yellow spread this. Might have the angle here actually to pot this and just float to the right side cushion and play the yellow in the opposite corner.
Looks like he's playing middle ball, so it looks like he might be doing that.
Yep, that's beautifully controlled.
Well spotted, Jamie.
And this looks very nice now.
See you, Dickie. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, Jamie.
He can actually get himself on the ball in the middle, and he can just either just get a little bump on the ball on the cushion if he wants to make life easy for him. Just drop this in. Don't know if he's got the angle actually to go up table now. I thought he had to roll that in and take the white forward a little.
Is he rolling through and taking this one down the rail?
He might play for a double. He can clear the traffic if he gets just off angle on it.
It's dangerous running the white down the bottom end here with all the reds. He doesn't want to catch any of the reds if he takes the double on.
Maybe he's straight enough to run through.
He's tried to nudge
That's a great shot.
Tried to nudge it, but
just
also
interested
back
now
up.
to see if he takes his top ball and swings around the angles and gets pretty straight on the yellow, drops it in, and then backs himself to knock the yellow in down the rail last. It seems like a more natural route to take rather than trying to get on that yellow in the bulk area last. But
he's screwing like he wants to get down the bottom end of the table. He's got a bit of angle.
no, he's just leaving himself an angle for a half ball cut on the last yellow.
He's going to take this down the rail and come across to the other side of the table, I think.
I think he just wants to be, sort of just left of the blue spot. So he's still got the potting angle on the yellow past the black. Played that well.
It's a great
Played
shot.
that very well.
It's a brilliant shot. And left plenty of room.
Will want to play this though with right hand side just to take the middle pocket out of the equation. So you might probably see him drag this in with right hand side, just swing the white ball wide.
Just a natural drag, I think it is.
And you reckon it's thin enough that you can just hold it?
Yeah, I think it's just a natural drag. He has thrown right hand side on it, which has probably caused him to miss.
This is going to sound funny, but playing those shots with right hand side and bottom is actually easier than playing them plain ball. Because you can actually, and I think a lot of 9-ball players have that feeling as well when they play those thin cuts like that in the corners. But I'm no 9-ball expert, but I do remember a 9-ball player telling me it's easier to do that.
Brendan, I'm fairly certain that Justin has won an Australian title.
He won the Australian title when he was 17 years old, so that's how good he is.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, Rod Boy. Barney's a real opportunity after a bad miss.
Yeah, that was
to get back to the table.
That was a shocker. There's been two turnover shockers this frame, and the second shocker unfortunately gets punished worse than the first one usually, especially if there's traffic on the table. Barney should get these though, you would think. If he doesn't, well, he probably won't be feeling too good about himself.
Apparently Justin won the under-18s, the under-21s and the Open all in the same year at 16 years old.
Actually, yeah, he might have been 15, actually, not 17. But yeah, he did everything once in 1 year. Good shot.
It's a great shot. It's a great shot. Do you just run through this in the corner a little bit, go below this red and take the one on the left?
I think you'd be insane to do anything else. It's just, there's nothing to do then. Nothing can go wrong, really. the natural line doesn't take you anywhere near the red. You can't snook yourself, can't land hard up. If you overhit it by mistake, you're on the one that you're going to go past. There's nothing can go wrong here.
He's chosen to go the red into the same pocket first. Are you landing high, or are you landing up to the rail? Are you running natural pace, or are you pushing it into the rail?
This is a preference shot for players. Some people prefer to go lower and play the shot. Other people prefer to stay high and take the 2 rail option and then come into the line of the shot.
Come on, Bobby, get it back. Come on.
Are you someone who prefer to go that way?
I prefer to go high, and the reason for that.
Which Barney's chosen to do?
No, he's preferred to go low. Now the reason I like the white ball high is I can actually stun off 2 cushions, off bottom cushion, right side cushion, and then I can come into the line of the black. He's actually going to go across the line now, so he needs to be more accurate with the white.
Whether unlucky or unfortunate, if he misses the
Come on, big time. Come on, mate.
he's straight on this black. And he's also flirted with it going off.
Yeah, look, that's fine what he's done. It's just, as I said, it's a preference thing. I like to try and come into the line of the shot because that way you've got more margin for error with the pace of the white.
Barney's levelled up after getting behind for the first time in the match.
And just to sort of touch on that a bit further, the reason I like doing that is, let's just say you play the shot I've suggested where you come off the 2 cushions and you underhit the white by 2 foot. You've still come into the line of the shot, so you're on it.
Yep.
Whereas if you underhit the low side angle to come up the table and you underhit it by 2 foot, you're going to have a much more difficult shot. It's just when you come into the line of the shot, it's just the distance you are away from it, but the angle doesn't change.
Just as Ben breaks these, we've got Lyndall 5-3 up on Bobby, and Isabella is 4-3 up on Holly.
Interesting break there on the Ben Nunan Justin Sage table.
He's made a ball.
Yeah, they're very ugly, and this probably suits Justin, I would think. Can take the reds though and open up the 2 bad balls if he wants to. And
Do you take the one top left rail and play the combo?
I'm tempted to just bring out these 2 bad balls right away. If you can get past the black to them, that is, he might not be able to. And another break where they've gone all up one end of the table and clustered awkwardly.
But again, made a ball. Ben's doing what you suggested and getting a couple of red balls out.
Yeah, and that just applies the pressure to Justin now because he's got that awkward yellow left-hand side of the table. It's not a very nice, they don't link well at all, any of these balls. He's also managed to have a bit of good luck where he's pushed that red left side of the table in front of the yellow, so now it doesn't go in both pockets. So at first glance, Justin in loads of trouble this frame, but while he's at the table, he can manufacture something to give himself a better opportunity.
Both players have made some mistakes, so there's always that hope that you're going to get back to the table here, but they haven't been the cleanest that you'd sort of expect.
I would actually be really surprised if I saw a flawless pool after the week we've had schedule-wise.
It's been full on.
It's been grueling. It's been draining. Even if you get good night's sleep, it's still, you still have that slightly tired pool eyes. It's been rough, but it's been good.
Justin's just tried to block a bit of access to this red in the bottom right corner for Ben, while also making a bit of cluster on the left side to make this red not accessible for Ben as well. Probably just fell short on the right side. Probably wanted a little bit more coverage.
Actually surprised Ben's not coming off the bottom cushion here, just bringing his red out and just saying, sorry Justin, you are not clustering up my balls, and everything's still in play.
I feel like Ben would, it's not on, I'm thinking that, off the side rail into it.
Good shot.
But he's taking your approach.
I like this shot because it just keeps everything in play. I like that shot a lot. It doesn't leave Justin a lot, and Justin's now in exactly the same position he was, where he's just in loads of trouble.
You're forcing him to find a safe, aren't you? You all good there, mate? You just
bit of a
morning
sore
stretches,
back, mate.
didn't get your yoga session in?
Didn't get any session in.
No? I don't know if you can see on the top of the stream, but Jamie's doing some limbering up.
Oh, can you see that, can you? Oh, hello. Hello.
Justin's potted a ball, which he probably wouldn't want to be taking soldiers off the table, but just wanted to get into a better position to do something with this bottom right corner.
Yeah, I think this will go. What's Benny doing here?
Just to see if the yellow's frozen, I think.
Oh, right. That was weird, but yeah, okay, that makes sense. So Justin's going to cluster this up. Benny, that's a smart shot.
Even with Trent's there as a referee. Ben just had to get his bonce into the scene.
Needed a bit extra 3 seconds airtime, you reckon?
Just missed the combination.
That was actually very important to get that.
Yeah. Promoted his ball.
Justin can needle his way back into this frame now. This is something Justin is very good at.
On table 9, Isabella and Holly are now 4-all.
Wow. Wasn't it a 4-1 there at one point?
It was 4-1, correct.
Good fight back there from Holly.
Holly.
There you go. Is that you?
I'm going to beat you up in a minute, though.
Donnie Colbert's come out of nowhere and whacked Jamie over the top of the head. Just a little love tap, you reckon? That echoed through the room. Barney's. Oh, Ben.
I always knew Ben was going to take that risk, but once again, I think have to give it a bit to try and get the red out of there.
He's probably caught the red a little bit too thick, which has stopped the pace of the red. If he caught it a little bit thinner, it probably would have rolled off a little bit more. Barney's played a long double to try and cover a pocket down the top left corner. It's gone in absolutely flush.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
It's always a chance, that shot. I'm still shocked Donnie's hit me on the head with a newspaper. He must have had his big boy tablets this morning.
Absolutely clocked you. That echoed through the room.
Take that bloke's medication away from him.
Jamie, I guarantee you Jamie's waiting for revenge.
Oh, yeah. That was probably a little clock on the head. He was a bit upset that his team got belted by us last night in the Wednesday night semi-final.
Ben's in a little spot of bother here. You're talking about Justin weaseling his way, needling his way into the frame here, and Benny's starting to get behind in this frame now, especially with this red and the black sort of in the bottom right corner.
This shot he's looking at now is cutting across, get the double kiss on the yellow so he doesn't go in off. He's checking it to see if the line's there. It looks to me it's slightly to the right.
It looks like it's going to hit the right side of that yellow.
Just slightly, which is enough to potentially double kiss and take the other yellow in the pocket. So we're going to find out in a sec, because I think he's going to take it on.
I think the yellow's just far enough out that it won't kiss it in.
Wow,
And look, he sent the yellow down the bottom, and it's
Right.
nearly on, but
That's an excellent shot.
I think the result here for Ben is the fact that he's left the white sort of hard up against a yellow here, which hasn't given Justin many options.
Yeah, he's got an amazing result there as well, but the bravery to take that on, I think, was the key there.
Yep.
A lot of players wouldn't take that shot on at all.
Had that not ended up behind the yellow, the yellow in the top left corner where that ended up, you almost expect Justin to take pocket control up there. Luke is looking good on the yellows on table 2.
And once again, Justin says, Benny, 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 I'm going to keep tying your balls up. That came out really wrong.
This is
You know what I mean, folks?
This is I think this is quite easy for Ben here, just to knock this one in the corner and just shove into the yellow and red just near it. Oh, he's hit it way too thin.
He's still got another chance, though.
Yeah, he's got a bit of angle here, but he's got to avoid the yellow.
I think that's not a problem. I think it's just finding the line, because he'll still be on the other red too if he does not get this. Oh, he's got into it too much this time.
No.
Unbelievable.
Ben. Oh,
But,
wow.
but this is actually the difference, right? Where you've got one player that will take on everything because he loves to attack the game versus a guy that will tie the frame up to stay alive, and
Come on, Bobby, come on.
the other guy takes the risk. If they don't come off, then you know you're looking good. But if they do come off, then you look a bit silly. But it's a gamble. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to remember when you play low percentage shots, low percentage things happen.
I've never known Ben to take a gamble.
I think that's not a bad outcome, to be honest, because I do believe no matter where that black went, the next shot Justin was going to play was take this pocket.
That yellow on the left, top left, definitely doesn't pass that red.
No, I think
The
he's just
yellow
going to
doesn't
take
pass the red,
a
does it?
side cushion off the yellow. It could actually
Is
drop
he-
that way, but I think he'd love to cover the pocket.
Is he taking the combination, the yellow which is centre on the balk? Does he play the combination to the right side and play the white into those two?
I honestly think he's just going to play the yellow just on the left side into the side cushion off the red, try and take the pocket. Obviously has some concerns with the shot because it needs to be executed not only angle-wise perfectly, but weight-wise perfectly. And that was always the chance of going off the back of it. And Justin knew that, which is why he knew he had a backup ball that he could play next if things went wrong. But now he's got to reevaluate. He does have... Look, the black is... You can kick it out with the yellow that's on the cushion, near the cushion there, or it's in a pretty good spot to play for a double as well if he decides to commit to this. So
I think the double. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's gone pear-shaped.
yeah, that's not a good shot.
I'd-
Touching would be ideal.
Yeah, I think it is touching.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
result actually in a way. You can actually take the white ball wherever he wants to on the table now.
It's he's looking at the line of the yellow. Maybe he's not touching it. I don't think he is touching because he was looking at the line of the white and the yellow there. You see him looking at the line of it, so I don't think he's touching it.
No, you're right. Meanwhile, Luke Foster's just gone and retaken the lead. Didn't even see what happened. We were so engrossed in this frame.
I think he had a pretty ABC clean up on the yellows.
Someone needs to get a still shot of the Foster's face when he's down on the shot.
From eye level.
He looks like an angry man.
From eye level. He's made a ball again.
Geez, he's got a good break on him when he gets going, doesn't he? Raw power.
So Ben's an opportunity here. I think he can cut this. I think he can cut this red in. He's either going to cut it or take the double on. He's lining up as if he's going to take the double on, or is he just going to knock it safe? No, he's taking the double on.
Wow. What an effort, actually. If he gets that, he plays for the double on the black and probably gets it because that's the way Benny plays. He gets those shots a lot.
Not a bad result. For
No,
Ben.
it could have been a lot worse. Could have jawed and left the pocket open.
Lindell's just knocked another black in to go 6-3 up on Bobby.
Gee, just actually see that black in the top of the screen there. It hit both jaws, decent pace, and still went in. Now Luke is going to get into this little cluster of reds and black, the little Mickey Mouse face that we can see there on screen. I don't know why I just saw that instantly and saw Mickey Mouse, but I did.
Great shot from Justin. Great shot.
They tie the black up here.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I saw.
I know it seems like a negative shot, but well, have a look at where his balls are situated on the table, and well, they're not good, are they? So
When you're on the hill and you know your opponent's always pretty much just going to have a crack.
horrible outcome there for Luke. Didn't get into him as much as he wanted to. Wanted to connect both reds. Does have a kind of safety on, but I would favour Andy heavily at this point of the frame.
Looks like he's just going to roll up here. Get safe, which he has. He's played a great safety. Ben's not on either. But in saying that, down the rail with a bit of swerve.
I
So
don't-
kick off the top rail and swing round.
I tell you what, he's got to be playing with the opposite side that the side that he wants to for it to swing around as well. So this is a
Yep.
decent. He just doesn't want to get a full contact on the red.
No, he just wants to get sort of half ball.
That's if it's even really there. I'm having a look at the
I think-
table.
I think he can. The problem with this shot is he's so close to the rail. He doesn't want to catch the rail too early. Because he catches the rail too early, it throws completely off course.
I think the other issue is the jaw. Like, where you want the ball to straighten up is around that area.
He probably would have liked a little bit more distance between the white and the yellow.
Oh, what a shot.
This that could be Ben's final shot.
Oh my God! Did you just see the shot Luke Foster played then? That was amazing.
I didn't. I just watched Ben pretty much play his final shot.
Comes
the
across
Australian
table
Championship.
and nudges the red over the pocket and leaves Andy absolutely nothing. About a minute ago, I said Andy I felt was a strong favourite in this frame. I now reverse that decision. Well, he may just pot the red here.
I don't know if you will, but if you do go back and watch this match, I think you might find out of the 14 frames that have been played on the Barney versus Foster match, I think Luke has had control of his pocket in probably 12 of them.
Oh, it's an important pocket to him, clearly. Maybe that's his formula. No matter what's going on, cover bottom left pocket.
Justin's played a great ball. He's got 2 visits. He's on the hill.
Yeah, that opener was important. So another important shot. They're all important now when you've got 2 on the blacks on the cushion. Mate, oh, that's beautifully
Great
cued.
shot. Just a
Beautifully
little bit
cued.
too far, but that'll be fine. He just needs to roll this in and take 2 on the black.
I don't think he will roll it in. I think he'll actually play this with confidence and stun off the side cushion and back across and play the little bump with 2. Put the black over the middle. That's what I would do here. But I do like these blind pocket shots. That's exactly what he's done. And now he's going to play the shot I reckon that I've suggested. Just a little touch shot. It's basically just shy of quarter ball this at good weight. Both of them will come out beautifully. Like that.
Yeah, perfect. And Justin will be the first player into the final of the Australian Open Championship.
Well, from what I witnessed, it was a pretty good match. Obviously, Benny went right after it. Sometimes it came off, sometimes it didn't, but he's had a good tournament, Benny. And obviously, both players still in the teams.
We don't expect anything different from Ben, to be honest.
That's true.
They call him the big time because he likes to put on a show, and more times than not, that show is successful.
So we turn our focus now to a very close match in Luke Foster and Andy Barnett. So I can only imagine that Luke does have 2 shots here and Andy's decided to pot the red like I suggested he might earlier on, because I did think this was a tough layout. And he's missed the opener. It was tough.
But look, it's all about landing right for this second red up inside the balk here to get the angle down to the bottom of the table, because I don't see anything else but to double this red
I agree
into
with
the
you.
opposite centre and possibly getting the black into a better spot by doing so.
Yeah, well, he's overcut that, has he,
He's
a
a
little
bit straight.
I think he's okay.
I think he's too straight. I think he's too straight here. I don't think he's going to be able to get far enough down the table.
No, I think he's got the slightest of angles where he can force the white. I could be wrong. Just have this feeling. Yeah, he's hitting it centre. He's going to punch this really hard if he's trying to create angle. Yep, he hasn't got into it enough, but he's got something.
No, that's good enough.
I think he would have liked to have been down another foot to be straight on the double, so he can go into the black, half or quarter ball ideal.
I reckon this double goes in, that it hits the black quite thick, sends it across towards the opposite corner.
Could do.
White stays dead.
I worry that it could. He's checking it, but it looks to me like it's going to potentially send it to the bottom cushion. But you've got to give it a bit, I think, to bring it into play.
I'm a little bit worried that he hits this spot on and ends up knocking it in the opposite bottom corner.
One thing you've got to be certain of, though, you've got to be focusing 100% on the double. Let the rest of it take care of itself.
He's missed the double. He's missed the double.
And I have to feel he just focused a little too much on the control of the black, yeah. And that's so easy to do. And Andy is in a very good position now.
Oh, look, Hammer, Travis looked happy. I don't know if it was for his fellow statesman or whether it was for the fact that he might have a little sidesy on. I don't know, but
there is no Calcutta, so Andy just needs to be careful of the one cushion escape here. He can't just tap this. And that's what he's made sure he's cut off the up and down, which is smart.
yeah, no, it's a clever shot.
Second.
I don't see a lot on offer here for Luke. Even coming across table and trying to snick this in really thin is crazy difficult.
I've seen him get some escapes this weekend.
So he's going to jack up and try and swerve the white into the red off the back cushion. Tell you what, he's cut it down there. Look at this.
Oh my goodness!
And he's got a shot on the black.
My goodness! My goodness!
And I'll tell you what, the face on Andy Barnett has actually not changed, and I bet you $100 he is dying inside right now if this black goes in.
I've seen him escape from so many this week.
He does look a little anxious, but he's a veteran and he knows that this stuff can happen.
That's such a big shot. This is to get on the hill.
This is the big shot.
And they've been going frame for frame.
Wow.
Puts the hand up to say sorry. I don't think you can. I mean, in that situation, Barney's snookered him, so anything can happen.
Barney's frustrated. Look at this.
You can't pop that well.
That's a sick shot. That's the best shot we've seen at the Nationals this year.
To me, I probably would have tried to pop that in the centre rather than down the rail. He's just led right up. Obviously wanted position on the black.
Wow. That's well, sometimes you need a little bit of luck to go deep in these things and take the title. Is that the luck that Luke Foster needed?
Barney's got the break. The boys have been potting off their breaks, so the last handful of breaks. So
very important here for Andy to not lash this and have a break of frustration where he can lose control and dump the white. You can see he's just slowed down a bit. He's probably a little bit frustrated still. He's just trying to recompose himself, which is understandable. And a lot of players wouldn't do that without the experience. They just rush into this, dump the white and throw the match away. But Andy's going to recompose. Good break.
Gets a ball. Gets a split. The red is just crept up to the rail.
That would have been good for him if it stayed over the middle. And now it's decision time.
After having an escape like what just happened there,
Come on, Bobby, come on.
being able to run the next rack is a really good leveler for you, because no doubt it's still going in the back of his mind what just happened in the last frame.
I think the good thing for Andy here is he's pot a ball and he's got a choice of both balls, so it'll allow him to switch his focus back onto the frame and reset quickly. Whereas if you leave yourself nothing or whatever, you're still thinking about that last shot.
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds.
So he can actually switch back on and go about his business.
Looking at going reds.
He doesn't want to put too many balls here where he leaves that red in trouble still. I'm sure he's looking for a way to deal with it, but it's...
He lined up the double before. I'm wondering if he's looking at playing it as a double.
Well, double might be on.
He needs a kiss on the right. Yep, got the kiss that he needed.
Looks like... Do you think he can just drop this in and then land on the double? He might even be looking at playing onto the red that's above the black in such a way where he's got an angle to stun into the yellow and red, and he'll have the ball that's to the right of the black as a potential linking ball. So there's choices here. Oh no, he's gone into it.
He looks like he wants the double. I think he wants the double. I think he's decided that the double is the shot.
I think this is getting dangerous now.
I think he's going to use it as his last ball, doubling across and leaving himself for the black.
Has he got angle to get into this off this ball?
I don't think you can now.
I think he's got an angle to come off the back cushion.
You go past the angle.
There you go. He's forced it.
You go past the angle of the red.
Now he's in trouble.
Lindell has just beaten Bobby Joe 7-3.
Yeah, Lindell not easy to beat in the two-shot format. No surprises that she's into the final. Has won like 16 million Australian titles in the ladies.
Bobby got off to a good start at 2-0.
This is the only shot Andy has.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! It needs to go. Oh!
He's just under.
Is that a foul?
I don't think it's a foul.
I think it's a foul. I don't think it hit a rail.
No, I think it hit the rail on the way down, didn't it?
I think he's caught a foul on himself.
We might get a replay of it and just double check it.
Just checking if Dan's got a replay, but I don't think that hit a rail.
I think
said saying he reckons it hit the rail.
I've got a feeling they're going to ask for a replay anyway, so I'll go and tell them we'll check it if they want us to.
Yeah.
No, they're going to get on with it.
Well, the guys in the back said it hit a rail, but I'm seeing if Dan's going to get us a replay of this shot. Doesn't need to be zoomed in too much.
I think it looked like it didn't hit a rail because it curved out a little bit at the end. But that red would have dropped had you hit it a bit harder too.
He reckons it might have hit the rail straight away.
Yeah, I think it did too.
We're just checking it now.
But anyway, Luke's getting on with it. I think he's happy with the decision. No, he's taking two. Wow.
Yeah.
He nodded after, so he asked for two and he nodded.
So what's the... Can we get this on screen, Dan? Let's have a look at this. We may miss one shot, folks, but I think this is worth missing the shot for. So let's have a look at this.
I don't think it actually went towards the rail at all. No, it didn't.
Ah, good
no,
call.
It didn't.
No, it didn't. It just held its line and curved out at the end. So, yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Luke didn't exactly give himself a... Oh, no, he's okay. I didn't think he was on that.
It didn't look on. But
Still has this ball on the left side cushion to deal with. Just wondering if the yellow goes underneath the red. Just to give Luke a bit of breathing space.
I think you just take this in the centre, the yellow closest to the balk, and you just sort of stun a little bit lower. I think he's got a bit of angle just to stun towards the red in the corner.
What a big frame this has suddenly become.
Yeah, I'm just going to run through it a little bit. Oh, he's gone into it with power.
What's he played for here?
Has he tried to land a little bit high on this one so he can get to the top rail?
Yeah, I think he has. I really do wonder if that yellow goes under the red. But I think if it did, he would have taken it the last shot. So
I'm not sure if we can get an angle on that from Dan's side view. The red in the corner. This red here from that camera.
I
bit far away.
The way he's played this, I really don't think that he believes it does, or there's too much risk attached to it.
Probably just can't see it.
Has he got the angle?
Probably just out of focus. Just going in there, some.
Playing the double.
I'll tell you what, leaving this ball down the bottom, it's.
This is the screw back double, Jay. This is the screw back double.
He went wide on the last double he tried.
This one he actually needs to
Looks like
punch
he
and
needs to.
create the angle with the white. So this suits him.
Might go shallow. Got it per. He's
Underhit it.
just got enough for a shot, but I'll tell you what, he would have liked to have been another nearly a foot.
Oh, at least he's got a big shot here.
But we've seen he can take these big shots on.
All right, yeah. Well, you know what? He's not afraid to take a cut on. That's for sure. So it looks
Haven't
like
had an update on the score in the other ladies match, but it looks like Bella's won that one 6-4, I think.
no, it's still going. I think.
Still going?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think there was a result just
There's
yet.
no way the frames go that quick. Oh, this is even more difficult with the rest. This is tough. Got to avoid the in-off as well.
Snooker background?
I'm sure he has played snooker, but I don't think the backgrounds. I think the background's originally 8-ball. I'm sure the WA guys will be able to.
Just got to watch
answer
the white
that.
coming back.
This was my issue.
Oh, he's gone in off.
That was my issue. Was the white ball.
So Barney gets his chance back where he probably felt a little bit hard done by in the last frame, where he left.
Yeah, this is a
left
reprieve and a half.
Luke, a really hard snooker to get out of, which he got out amazingly. But I reckon Barney's probably getting the frame which he believed he deserved, but just landed a bit stiff. But I don't think he would have thought he was going to be getting back to the table. I feel like he thought that was probably his last shot, the way he was sitting in his chair.
Yeah, I think he did think it was match over, but funny things happen in pool.
Absolutely. Barney's just going to run off for a bit of a break. We're at 8-7 for a spot into the final of the Australian Open singles. Okay. Yep. We've just been told Dan's, if this finishes pretty quickly and the other ladies' match is still going, Dan's going to try and swing a camera over to the ladies' table to get some footage going on there as well. Which he's doing right now.
Obviously, it's not ideal, but it gives you something to look at least.
Probably just needs a little bit of focus. Dan, it's focusing on this table.
There we go.
Yep. Perfect. We've got Dan to focus in for us.
So she's just going to pot this, pot that, pot this, pot that, pot this. And
I'll just check that the scores have been updated. Pretty sure it's 5-4 to Bella. It is 5-4 to Bella.
And that, I think these two girls that are playing now are the future of women's cue sports. They're both young, they're both excellent players, they both attack the game, they both cue the ball beautifully.
Rattled the opening ball by looks of it. She had ball in hand and jawed that, so I'm guessing it was just a ball in hand off the break. So an open table for Bella. Looks like a maybe a red or possibly a couple of reds went in off the break.
I'm not sure what's happened there because I thought Holly hit a red, missed it, and then now Bella's to take
I think it was shed ball in hand. It was only one visit, so I'm guessing it was open table.
Ah, yep. Suppose okay. In off and pot a couple of reds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, she just got through that little gap there.
From here, that does not look good. She might be all right. does make a pot, kills the red to the side cushion. And a bit of a smile on Bella's face, knowing that, whoops, that was not what I wanted.
Legs just racked up, and look, I think we're going to transition back into the men's semi-final here, table 2. Luke's getting ready to break. With a chance to, he's been potting off all his breaks, so he's a good chance. A bit of bottom left hand side on this.
I don't think anyone does that. Do they?
I don't know.
Finds the ball again.
Yes, Bobby.
Lunch to break. Yeah, look at yellows. For me, yellows instantly. I don't even need to have a second glance. I think that's the ball to choose. This is a great chance.
The only issue that I'm seeing is the transition from the two bills up the top, where he is right now, to down the bottom. Because I don't think this yellow is straight onto the centre. I think he's going to have to possibly play the white into the red.
I'm wondering if he's straight enough on the bonnets and the ball line to just hold it and just play the run through on the one in the middle.
I think he's going to have to.
You've got to remember this yellow goes to the top, the right corner as well. Like
Oh,
this.
here we go. Yeah, correct. I just the next ball is tough. He's going to have to take the yellow that's near the red.
He's just got so many choices now. This is a great layout, really. I mean, I know he's not the perfect angle right now, but even these two yellows look awkward stuck together. The top one goes to the middle, the bottom one goes to the bottom right corner.
I'm almost happy just to knock this in, maybe screw back a couple inches and take the higher of the yellows near the red and just drop that in, because you get a yellow into the bottom right corner and that opens everything up.
I think that's what he's going to do. No, he's gone down. Oh, that's even better. That's even better.
I think he was trying to land on the top yellow into the centre, but it shouldn't make much of a difference here.
I honestly think he was just trying to get down and give himself a choice of shot, because he knew at worst he was going to be on this bottom one of the left corner, which he still may take now because he can come right side of the table. He's got the upper of those two in the centre.
Yep.
Yes, Bobby.
That's perfect. He's just got to drop this in now.
I think he does he go through this?
I think he just drops this in. He leaves himself just off straight. The ball is just below it. Then he's got ball in middle, ball in corner, and black linking to the middle. Maybe a slight stun. Yeah, that's perfect. Probably a little bit more angle than he wanted.
So it looks like he's going to take this ball, the far right one, into the bottom left and just run through a little bit for the other yellow in the centre.
If he's not happy with his angle, he'll stun across off the side cushion, which is what he's done. Oh my god, that is absolutely perfect.
He can just nudge up against the red, push the red out of the way.
I don't even know that he'll take the risk, honestly, mate. He may even just glide through to the side cushion.
Does he avoid the red?
I think he does.
He's
hitting low. Well, I don't think he wants to go near that red. Wow, this was the danger. Why do that? Why go into a ball when you don't need to?
I don't think he liked his angle. I think he was going to be going into it anyway. I feel like he's just played into that red a little bit too thick. He just wanted to glance it.
I honestly believe he could have cleared it.
Yep.
I honestly believe he could have. I think he just wanted to get too neat on this yellow. There was nothing wrong with being on the side cushion, punching that in, coming cross table for the left centre, or even across the side rail, back across for the right centre. Had top corner. He had so many options. I honestly think that was an error in judgment. I could be
He's
wrong.
going across the table. He's going to try and take this on. Right? To me, the shot is just to glance the side of it and just block the path of the red, just to make sure you're getting back to the table. Yeah, there's plenty of snookers for Barney, but in that position, there's options of being able to get off the top rail and sit behind the yellow and get a snooker back.
I think the important part is not to leave a shot at the ball that's on the right side of the table, top end. It's closest to the middle.
That yellow can squeeze off that. Sorry, the red can squeeze off that yellow.
I think he said that pretty good, to be fair.
He's left him an option of being able to pot it should Barney
The reason I like that shot is I don't think the red will pass. I think it's too far away from the pocket to come off the bottom of it. At best, he could cover it. So Barney's looking at dealing with it right away.
I think
This is risky.
I think Barney's probably going to be looking at trying to leave the white ball in the top left corner somewhere.
That's risky as well.
Bella's just won that frame to go 6-4 up. Barney's looking to glance off this red. Doesn't want to. Oh, he's overhit it. He's overhit it. It's 6-4. Yes, correct. Barney's caught this red way too thick.
That's a big let off that. I don't know why he didn't play that ball on the right side table and just use the black as a blocker. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe I'm misreading the camera.
Oh, I'm taking the red centre balk and just leaving the white ball top corner.
Got a huge let off. A lot of pressure, don't forget.
Played a great shot, well controlled shot.
Well, he's got away with it. And Luke Foster barring a horrible
We're
shot.
sorry about the audio, guys. And that's it. Luke Foster will face off with Justin Sajich in the final of the Open Australian Netball Federation Singles.
Yep, stay tuned, guys. More action to come. Teams will start in probably an hour or something like that. And I'm going to go and have a quick practice while we get ready for that. All the best, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Well done, Luke.